Okay, so previously we have read through the Town Tackles Energy Debate. What I would like you to do right now is go ahead and pull up the rest of this. We're looking at the Hopeville Ledger now, the short read 2 on page 7. So go ahead and open your consumables to that. If you're using your iPad for your consumable, then you need to split your screen so that you can see my screen as well as follow along in your consumable. Okay, so I want you to take a look at what we've read, the Town Tackles Energy Debate. Notice it's the Hopeful Ledger as well. It's this morning edition. It's Town Tackles Energy Debate by Francisco Blaine. Has some photos to help. It's marking that it's journalism. And then today we're going to look at the editorial pages. Okay, what do you think is the difference? What are some things that are similar? What are some things that are different between this reading and moving on to the editorial pages? These are more editorial pages. You'll notice that it's a newspaper, right? So they're both in a newspaper. But if you go back to Town Tackles Energy Debate, this is a news article, whereas the editorial pages are from the editorial section, which contains letters to the editor, the writer of the paper. Often when you have editorial pages, these are opinions. These are what other people think. And often they're trying to persuade certain people or people to believe certain things. So what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on reading this Sunshine is Free, Go Solar. Okay, we're going to do just like we do in school where we read and annotate, looking for key details and main idea. And then, of course, summarizing what we have read. We're going to do Sunshine is Free, Go Solar together. And then when we are finished, your activity for the rest of the time will be to read Natural Gas, the Natural Choice for Hopeville, as well as Too Many Statistics, Too Few Facts, to read and annotate both of those editorials and figure out the main ideas and key details. So I am looking at page 7, the Hopeful Ledger, morning edition, editorial pages. The Ledger received many letters to the editor in response to yesterday's article, Town Tackles Energy Debate. Space limits us to printing just these 3. So that means there was a lot, right? But they only got those 3. Why do you think that they only picked 3? Why did they pick these particular 3? What stands out in these particular editorials over the other ones that they got? Well, let's read and find out. Sunshine is free. Go solar. Hopeville should build a solar plant. Sunshine is free. And unlike non-renewable fossil fuels, sunshine will always be available. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there, and I'm just going to highlight that this person wants them to build a solar plant. Reason being, they're saying that sunshine is free, right? Non-renewable fossil fuels, when we run out, we run out. But sunshine is always going to be available, okay? So they're already saying we can save a ton of money, right? So you can save money by using the sunshine, okay? Tom Bradshaw pointed out that 1 day of sunlight contains more than twice the energy people could use in 1 year. That seems like an important thing to me. So he said, and it's a quote, 1 day of sunlight contains more than twice the energy people could use in 1 year. Wow. So notice he used a quote, okay, which means that came from somebody else. That's not his own thinking. And in fact, if we keep reading, it says his information came from the California Energy Commission, a trustworthy source. I think we have to pay attention to this fact. A solar plant is costly, but it will power clean energy to tens of thousands of homes or more. As Eve Pierce pointed out, the Mesa Palms solar plant is evidence of that. So what he's saying here is initially, building a solar plant is expensive, right? So let's say initially building a solar plant is expensive, but in the long run, it will pay off. Right? That's what they're saying here in this one. We know that a solar plant is costly, and he's mentioning back from the last article where Eve Pierce pointed out just how expensive that solar plant is. But they're saying eventually down the line, it's going to be worth the initial costs. Next paragraph, zoom in a bit here. It may be true, as Mr. Hill said, that we still have plenty of fossil fuels. So we still have plenty of fossil fuels, but fossil fuels won't last forever. Non-renewable means they cannot be replaced. Okay, so that's a vocabulary. So non-renewable. Non-renewable means they cannot be replaced. We cannot make more. Someday they will be gone. We need to be ready when that happens. We should develop technology that helps us generate clean, efficient power. Hopeville should have a solar power plant. The reasons are clear. Okay, so that was written by Roy Smith. And now, as I said earlier, editorials are often used to persuade people of things. And this particular guy, Roy Smith, is trying to persuade his readers to agree with building a solar plant. He mentions it's costly, but later on it's better because it's going to power thousands of buildings and homes, and sunshine is free. Okay, so what we did here is I annotated it. I pulled out some of the main things. I pulled out the key details. I pulled out the important things. Okay, I want you guys today now to do the other two articles. You're going to do the natural gas, natural choice for Hopeville, and the too many statistics, too few facts. Okay, on the sides, I would like you to write a summary for each one, right? And now summary, remember, is not every detail. It's just the important things. It should not be more than, 3 to 5 sentences at most. So see if you can get that summary. That was going to be the rest of your assignment today. And then we will touch base and see what we came up with next time we have another session. Okay.